the first topic. Today's topic is the real hate group revealed. As y'all know, they trying to label I.U.I.C a hate group somehow, some way. So we just gonna debunk that, as we always do every week, seems like, because you can't cover our news without covering who's oppressing us. So we finna get it started. We had this 2 weeks ago. We weren't even able to get to it because we had so much going on. So I said I want to make sure we start off with this today. Read that for me.
This is from the Atlanta Black Star. I ain't see a white person in sight. Football coach known to work with black athletes rants about hanging black people. Refers to Atlanta as Niggas Town in bizarre videos.
So we got a football coach who let his feelings out in a video. He coached, and this ain't a little league coach. He coaching at the highest levels of college football, the University of Alabama and the University of Georgia. And he's showing you how he really, and this ain't a police officer. Because everybody love to say, F the police. No, he ain't a police officer. He ain't got on no badge. He ain't in the precinct. He in your program. So this letting you know all of them hate you. It ain't just the police officers. Scroll down to the clip.
But look, you didn't see any of the players from University of Mississippi, any of those black players. You ain't seen
Downtown Atlanta Road.
Jackson State, nothing. Where you at,
Jackson
Dion?
State.
Up here, Andrew's got a conference with the legislature, real estate thing and all, and downtown Atlanta, staying here at the Omni Hotel over by the CNN. Ain't seen a white person in sight. Homeless ones on the street. Every restaurant looking in here is black. Every car beside them is black. They can have Atlanta. It used to be a fun place to come to.
Hey, pause it right there. Pause it.
You're not black.
Hey, so this is what I want y'all to understand. He said this used to be like this. It used to be like that.
It'd be a fun
He
place
said
to come to.
they can have Atlanta. This is what y'all fail to understand. America is not your land. Give me Baruch 3 and 8. Because black people, we love to lay claim to this place in different cities. We call it Chocolate Town. We call it this or that. Hot Atlanta. What? Ain't nothing here yours. This is the land of your captivity.
Right.
That is what we're trying to get y'all to understand. So when black people come back in what we call gentrification, they really just coming back to where they was already at. Right. It ain't really being gentrified.
Right.
It was theirs from the get-go. Well, it really was the Native Americans from the get-go, but that's another story. Yeah, read that.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8.
I want 10, my bad.
Yes, sir.
No,
Verse
I
10.
want both of them. We're going to read 8 and 10. Read
Yes,
that.
sir. Verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Where are we at?
This day in our captivity.
God says that we are in our captivity. This is what you have to understand. I don't care if you're in the suburbs of Atlanta in a $400,000 house. I don't care if you're in Bankhead in a $1,000 apartment. It don't matter. Both of those are in the land of your captivity because you know what? The so-called white man does not respect you. He does not understand who you are as royalty upon the face of the earth. And ultimately, you don't collect taxes to build up your own infrastructure. Read.
We are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us.
Well, what?
Where thou hast scattered us. For a reproach.
For what?
For a reproach.
If you don't know what the reproach is, just listen to what's being said. This ain't a.
He's bringing it out.
This ain't a trailer trash white person, as they say. This is a educated white dude that deals with black people,
all the time.
High level black people. Right? He's dealing with college athletes. So this is your cream of the crop, and this is how he feels about your people. Read.
For a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Read.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Read verse 10.
Verse 10. How happeneth it,
How
Israel,
did it happen that you are in this land? Read.
that thou art in thine enemy's land?
This is what y'all got to understand. Understand your history. A lot of people love to say, I come from Alabama. I come from Georgia. I come from Miss. No. How did you get there, Negro? How did your forefathers and foremothers get there? How did you get the last name Thompson? How did you get the last name Jenkins? How did you get the last name Jones? Or whatever it may be. We were brought here as slaves. This is our enemy's land. Read.
That thou art waxen old in a strange country. That thou art defiled with the dead.
And now we defile with the dead. The dead is this Edomite that y'all watching right here. Press play.
Who this guy coach for?
Restaurant looking in here is black. Every car beside them is black. They can have Atlanta.
You better shut your
It
white
used to be a
mouth.
fun place to come to up here. They can have this place right here and stuff. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Just need there's your. Yeah, well, it was just a sign up there. Had Obama and all them on there and stuff, man. So, yeah, it's all.
Hey, this guy gets better, bro. He's a current coach.
And stuff. It's
Obama
just
and all them up there.
crap. Yeah. Yeah, you and Borf need to come up here and go hunting.
What?
Yeah.
Now pause. Hold on. Don't let that just slide past.
A coach on what team he's on right
Alabama and Georgia. He coached both them schools.
now? Where's he at now?
I don't know where he at right now.
Yeah,
He
but he
fired
was-
right now.
Hey,
Till it die down. Till it die down.
This is a
But
major
what did he just say? Y'all boys need to come up here and go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Just what they did to our brother.
Yep.
So where's the clip from ESPN and First Take?
Won't find it.
What? They ain't Shannon Sharp ain't talking about this?
Nope. Won't find it.
Hey, go ahead and play it some more.
Crap. Yeah. Yeah, you and Borf need to come up here and go hunting. Yeah. And stuff, man. Ain't nothing here, dog. Ain't nothing but blacks up here.
You got the NFL logo on here.
Gone down, man. Just gone.
Go take
That
the
better
call.
be-
Hey, take the call. Take
It's
the
going
call.
to be Stephen A. covering the story. Stephen A. didn't come out and say nothing about this?
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, shalom,
What's going
shalom.
on, Joe?
Hey, BC.
Brother Joe, Brother Joe calling from Mississippi.
Mississippi.
From the step.
In the ship, baby.
I want to say, like, you know, once you said hunting, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know, what the fuck? You
Job,
talking about?
yeah, Job, you an uncensored today.
Oh,
Righteous rant.
I'm sorry. Excuse my language, but it's just crazy. And then it's like you recording it.
Yep.
Like what makes you like the pride of? Lord's will. We're gonna break that. We're gonna break that. We're gonna break them.
Don't worry. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Brother Job. You already know the scriptures.
It's crazy as hell, man. You was recording. All right. That's all.
Hey, so finish that video.
I appreciate you. Appreciate
shalom,
you, Joe.
shalom, shalom. Thank you for calling in, Joe.
You have tuned into Job Uncensored. That was the segment.
Go ahead, press play, IT.
And stuff, man. Ain't nothing here, dog. Ain't nothing but blacks up here. That's all it is. Atlanta's done gone down, man. Just gone.
So he's a high school coach and he's a trainer. And he trained with the top athletes.
Right. That was
He
that
should be
picture
boy.
of him and
Jalen
He
Hurts.
should be
Jalen
boy kind of
Hurts
like
right
Piggly
there.
Wiggly, man.
Yep.
He need to get Piggly Wigglies. No black athlete should ever deal
you
with
don't
him,
have
bro.
the other one. You're gonna leave it at there, right?
Leave it there. I ain't going through all of them. We ain't got enough time.
Crazy.
But we
bro.
showing y'all this to show y'all. Give me the pride. Pride has deceived him. He saw the way they look at us. We are second level citizens.
Mm-hmm.
We are not the same. We're not equal. And this is what we trying to get y'all to understand. They don't look at you as equals.
Right.
Y'all trying to spend all y'all time sucking
that's the
up to
guy.
Esau, and they don't give a damn about y'all.
That was the guy with Jalen Hurts.
This who you gonna vote in somewhere.
That was him taking a picture with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Super Bowl quarterback. Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts. What you gonna say about this guy? He pointed at you.
Got Go ahead.
Nigger.
Obadiah, verse 3.
Mhm.
The pride of thine heart,
The what?
the pride of thine heart.
Esau is prideful towards us. Meanwhile, when they die,
right.
our people cry for them.
Right.
When we gonna touch on a second with Carolyn Bryan. Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Have deceived thee. Read.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
Uh huh.
whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart,
That saith what?
that saith in his heart,
Because in Esau's heart, in his mind, read,
who shall bring me down to the ground?
who shall bring him? He thinks of himself greater than you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what y'all fail to understand. Y'all trying to be equal. This man thinks he's God. He think you are lesser. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, when you open up the Bible, God says that we above all people.
That's
And
right.
you know what else don't count? not only does he think he's God, those that was going off about Bishop on the horse, they think he's God.
Right. So give me that in Deuteronomy real quick, 7 and 6, because I want y'all to understand the God complex that they got. Ain't that a song, Captain Kim UL? The white man's got a God complex. Why they thinking?
But ain't it is one now?
Right. Why they thinking they gods? The Most High called us gods, and we don't even realize it. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
For what?
For thou art an holy people.
God says that we holy. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Have what?
Hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Hold on. He said it ain't nothing but niggas up here. Y'all can have this. Meanwhile, what did it say? We are what?
Above all people.
God says that we, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, God says that we are above all people upon the face of the earth. So why is he upset that black people are running Atlanta? Because guess what? Y'all don't understand that we in our captivity right now.
Hey, I got the answer. I got to bring this out because Bishop brings this out, and hey, get that in Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10 right quick. Because what he was saying, all these derogatory comments, all these negative stereotypes, but yet, you know what? But they'll sleep with you sisters. They will sleep with you sisters. They hate us, but they'll still sleep with you sisters. Hey, read that
this
in
is by
2
far
and 10.
like the worst comment I've heard. Like all the Jerry Jones stuff. He literally said, "Come up here and kill black people. Go hunt."
Yeah,
and
go
nobody's
hunt.
talking about this.
Right.
Bruh.
Read 2 and 10, and then we're going to jump down to 13.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not...
You know what? I'm sorry. Read 1 and then jump down to 10.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. For the ungodly said...
Just so we know who we talking about. For the ungodly said... Go ahead.
Reasoning with themselves.
Now jump down to 10.
Verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged.
Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. That goes back to Deuteronomy 28, 49, and 50. All right, jump down to 13.
Yes, sir. Verse 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of God, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
Read.
Verse 14. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
Now, read that part again. That's the point I wanted.
He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
They can't even stand to look at us, and that's what he was saying right there. All I see is these black people.
I want to hunt and kill. Hey,
and he wants to hunt us.
Our people so ignorant and kind of dumb. They only get mad if he said the N-word.
Yep. Right.
What he said was way worse than saying
way worse.
The N-word. And nobody's talking about.
That goes with Zechariah 11 and 5, right? Where the oppressors slay us, but they still hold themselves not guilty. He feels the freedom to even show his face on this video.
Right.
Because he feels untouchable.
Right.
His old behind did a live video.
Yeah.
Let me show you why.
I'm sorry, I can't let this go, bro. This is insane right here. That ain't a major story right now.
No, it's not going to be.
And this is what? A
You're
couple
all
of
cool,
months now?
man.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Every black commentator, anchorman, you're a coon.
Hey,
I know y'all seen
I got a
this.
script.
I know y'all seen this.
Let me get a script. I'm going to show you why they got that God complex. They give me
Jalen Hurts, you're a coon too, man. Taking a picture with this guy. Not saying nothing.
Give me on First Maccabees.
This is
chapter
terrible.
1.
This is
You really didn't know nothing about this.
Bro. This is going on. This is going on Tuesday. It's Nation Time. I'm going back in on this. This is crazy.
1:11, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because they think they God because the Israelites give them all the glory. That's why they think they guys. Read that.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Our wicked brothers went out there. Our wicked leaders. Our wicked pastors.
Who persuaded many, saying.
They persuade a lot. They persuade our people to do whatever to glorify the white man. They the ones that persuade us to go into the military when we're in high school. When we're in high school, that we don't know what to do. Half of us didn't even have fathers around, so we don't know what to do. And we be taking ass babs to go in the military. Read on.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around about us.
Now they say, go make a covenant with the heathen that are around about us, because what?
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
They saying like, hey, you know what? I've been around my own people, man. We ain't about nothing, man. We too much sorrow, man, with my own people. Let me glorify the white man. And one of the ways they glorify, jump to 2 Maccabees chapter 4. We're gonna do this really fast.
Sir, chapter 4, what verse?
12.
Second Maccabees, chapter 4.
No, let's jump to 13.
13. Chapter 4, verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashions.
Now at the height of Greek fashions,
and
that's what we're seeing right here with the football players. The height of Greek fashions. Everybody, the viewership of basketball is at a highest. Football at the highest. People spending more money than you can ever believe. Read.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and increase of heathenish manners, through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and like no high priest.
And once again, our leaders push us to it.
Right.
They make sure that we keep it up. This is going to be my last one. Give me verse 15.
Verse 15. Not seeing by not setting by the honors of their fathers.
So we don't even go by the honors of our father. We out there teaching all the time. We marching around showing our people how to honor our forefathers. Right. They don't want to hear it.
Right.
Read.
But liking the glory of the Grecians.
Liking the glory of the United States of America.
Best of all.
Best of all. That's why they got that God complex.
Right, right. Because we esteem them higher than anything. Hey, that's a heavy point.
Anything.
Hey, and it's funny you say that, because guess what? This week, well, in the last 2 weeks, the two highest paid players in the NFL right now, both young black men. And what do you think that does? That generates a whole generation of fathers trying to push their sons to be the next $300, $400 quarterback. They got to, I'm telling you, boy, they got us in the trick bag like crazy. And I think Lionz said it too. What you just said. We're in the heart of Mississippi. Not one athlete showed up to march or protest on behalf of them. There was a time in the 60s and 70s where the athletes was on the forefront. They was out there for their people. Now they got the NIL deals. They got all this. They ain't worrying about that. They ain't worrying about our people. They have disconnected our people from us. That's what they want to do with sports and athletics. So let's go to the next article. It's almost 8 o'clock. We got to get it rolling. So now we showed y'all in the sports, because remember the title of the show is The Real Hate Group. We showed y'all that coaches hate you. Now let's go to your favorite aspect of Esau world. Go ahead, press play. Let's see if it changed with the people that want to protect you.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on I.U.I.C. TV. That's right, I said on I.U.I.C. TV.
Do you know your history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
There's no time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, whine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want see me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I swear the damn.
There's really no hate, sexism. Dozens of community members say they've lost trust in the Antioch Police Department and are demanding immediate action and accountability as the number of police officers involved in racist and homophobic text messages continue to grow.
How are we going to feel if we cannot call someone when we're in danger that's actually going to help us, and we're not going to...
So, y'all see who it is out there protesting. Oh, Lord. It's black people. He said, who we going to call, the people that we're going to call. Give me Lamentation 4 real quick.
Bring it out, Cap.
Give me Lamentation 4.
I got you. I agree.
This is what y'all have to understand, black people. Stop relying on your oppressors for everything. At what point are we going to stand up and demand, stand up for ourselves and support and secure ourselves? I can tell you what we do at I.U.I.C. Brother get an injustice done against them, we show up 400, 500 deep.
That's right.
Ready to make sure that, hey, our people's voices are heard.
Right.
That's what you do. And guess what? If we can get everybody on board, we won't need the white man police. We can have our own police.
There you go.
And we can have our own doctors. And we can have our own hospitals. And guess what? Knock, knock, newsflash, it's been done. Before segregation, we had everything that we ever wanted. You wouldn't have had to cry to the white man if you wasn't trying to eat at his damn food table. If you weren't trying to go in his restaurant, you wouldn't be in this situation. Go ahead, read that.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed, for our vain help.
For our what?
Our vain help.
Our eyes have failed for our vain help. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
We have watched for a nation. Read.
That could not save us.
That what?
Could not save us.
Guess what, y'all? These people ain't set up to save you. That's what y'all got to understand. The white man, whether he's a police officer or not, his spirit ain't in him to save you.
Right.
Give me that in Habakkuk now. His spirit ain't right, so y'all wondering why they got so many racist comments. Why is it this? Why is it that? Because that's his spirit. Go ahead.
Hey, Cap, and why he's kidding that? I'm just thinking, Officer Michael, I know you remember this, Officer Haziel, when Flavor Flav did the 911, song. 911 is a joke. We was complaining about the same thing back in the 80s and 90s, man. Same dang thing. Go ahead, read that.
After police, all the.
Hey, we got a super chat message from the Had Israel. Keep bringing that heat. We gonna keep bringing that heat.
Shout out to my Had Israel. Wherever you're at, brother.
Go ahead. Y'all got the scripture?
Yes, sir. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up,
which is what?
Lifted up,
which is lifted up. That's what we just showed you in the last white man. Read.
Is not upright in him.
Is what?
Is not upright in him.
This what y'all have to understand. You can't change this man, and you can't change his nation. This is who he is. Give me that in Sirach real quick, and I'm going to let y'all go into it. I know y'all want to bring some scriptures out. Give me that Sirach 12 about iron rusted. He's going to be the same man that he was in the 60s as he is in 2023, as he was in 1825. Because guess what? Last I checked, Rasheem Carter was found with his head chopped off and his body parts strewn all over the place. And they hunted him dead. This is the same stuff they was doing in the past.
Damn.
How is it happening today? Oh, you thought something changed because integration? Ain't nothing changed. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
For some reason, y'all think because somebody write down on a law and they say, hey, you got to allow black people to eat here. You got to allow black people to do this and do that. Y'all think something changed. I'll give you an example. You get in a fight with your brother. Your mom say, hey, y'all got to hug and make up or whatnot. All right, you give him his hug, but hey, don't touch me, bro. Don't fool with me. That's how the white man is with us. Yeah, he cordial. He do what he got to do. But in the back of his mind, he don't give a damn about you. Understand that. And these things keep happening over and over again to remind you, but y'all sleep. What the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. What does that mean? It's going to keep showing up over and over and over again. Go ahead, Cap.
You know, that scripture is so heavy about his spirit is not upright in him, because think about the way that they had to have tortured him. That's just some, I don't want to say inhuman. I mean, I don't even know really the right adjective to use. Sadistic,
right?
All kind of, but this is not even. I mean, this is normal behavior for them.
Right.
That's what I want to get, and I want to show you in the scriptures. Get Genesis 27, and I want to read 41 and 42. This is normal, natural behavior that they have towards us. Okay, read that.
Genesis chapter 27 and verse 41. And Esau,
your friendly neighborhood white man, so many of you think. Go ahead.
Hated Jacob.
Hated us. Go ahead.
Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
What did he say?
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Then I'm going to murder him. Go ahead.
And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee.
He gets comfort out of shedding our blood. Comfort. So if you read the Bible, some of these things should no longer cease to surprise you or amaze you.
Right.
Go ahead. Damn.
Hey, so one of the things, get Psalms 55, because he said, who can we call upon, right?
Right.
Hey, God got an answer for you. Hope you're ready to hear it. Psalms 55, and start at verse 16, because this is who we call upon. Read.
Psalm chapter 55, verse 16. As for me, I will call upon God.
Now I'm going to call 911.
I will call upon God.
I'm going to call Joe Biden.
Upon God.
Read.
And the Lord shall save me.
How often? Read.
Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice.
When you repent as an Israelite, that's when God's hearing your voice. And part of this praying when you're calling upon him, jump to verse 23.
Verse 23. But thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction.
I want to know if black people's ready to pray for that.
That's heavy. That's heavy scripture.
I want to know if black people's really ready to pray for that, and rather than just walking around talking about no justice, no peace. Right. Read the verse one more time.
But thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction.
That should be part of your prayer, praying for their destruction and Israel's salvation. Read.
Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days. But I will trust in thee.
That's what we call upon. That's what we call.
I love it. I love it. Go back to the video. Shout out to Zerushai, Israel. Sister Lizette, all praises. Go ahead, press play on the video.
Going to be worried that we're going to be seen as the perpetrator.
Protesters marched from the police department to City Hall. They're issuing a list of 12 demands, including firing officers involved in abusive behavior and requiring officers to get bias training. The growing frustration comes after an ongoing FBI probe uncovered a chain of text messages that show a number of officers using racist, homophobic, and violent language when they're referring to suspects and certain community members. Shagufa Khan was the subject of one of those profane text messages.
It was disgusting nonetheless and traumatizing from knowing that a leader within the Antioch Police Department had this very derogatory statement.
Mayor Pro Tem Tamisha Torres Walker says messages like these referring to black suspects as officers feeling like they were.
It says, so many black people sick. They all look the same. Tell me about it. I feel like I'm at the zoo. This is the mindset that they have towards you.
Stop being a damn fool.
This is what y'all have to understand. The white man don't care about you. Y'all ain't equal to them. He looks at you as less than a man. They put it in the doggone Constitution. They said that we are what?
1/3 of a man, right?
3/5 of a man. That's what they counted us as. 3/5 of a man. That's why when they had their combines and everything else, they measure you and size you up as an animal. Because that's what they think about you. Press play, press play. Shout out to Yaakov. Shout out to Eve and Zion. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead.
Highlight a cultural problem within the department.
The biggest challenge is going to be shifting the culture in the police department. The culture of anti-blackness, racism, bigotry, sexism.
County officials say at least 45 officers are involved with.
Pause. It said the culture of anti-blackness.
Right.
This is what y'all got to understand. The culture of anti-blackness is called the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter.
Bring it out.
Give me Leviticus 27.
There you
26 and 17,
you
please.
in the spirit.
The culture of anti-blackness is the culture that you create when you don't keep the commandments of God.
Yep.
God will continue to allow you to be oppressed by your oppressors as long as you don't keep the commandments. That's what y'all got to understand. It's that simple. Read that.
Leviticus 26 and verse 17. And I will set my face against you.
And I will what?
Set my face against you.
So much that the people that are set up and designed, well, really the police were set up to catch slaves, but the people that you think are designed to save you, they hate you. They say that you are an animal. Read.
And ye shall be slain before your enemies.
And you what?
Ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you.
And what?
They that hate you shall reign over you.
The people that hate you are now reigning over you.
Bring it out.
And y'all sitting there confused. Why? Because you ain't seeking out the Lord's book to understand why we are in the conditions that we are in. If you was doing that, you would know. you would know. You wouldn't be confused. You wouldn't be asking and going to rallies and protests, why do they look at me like this? Why do they hate me like this? It ain't no confusion when you open up the Bible. The Bible tell you straight forth what's going on.
That's Bible.
Hey, shout out to
That's
Tai Chan. All praises. And Sister Hoshana. All praise to the Most High.
Hey, and you know what's crazy, Cap? This shows you, like, from the prayer that you just read, the scriptures you read. I'm gonna get one quick one in Romans 13. That what is going on in the Christian church? Because they're not reading the Bible. The pastors are not feeding them, right? And that's why the Lord had to raise up prophets at the end of at the end times to bring this knowledge and wisdom back to the people.
That's
Read
right.
Romans 13. I just want 3 and 4.
Yes, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 3.
Let's go ahead and take that call first.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment?
Shalom. Hi, I'm calling from New York. My name is Natasha. I think the reason a lot of us don't read the Bible is because we don't know where to start. Most of us are told that don't read the Old Testament because they don't apply to us. And once you open the New Testament, you kind of feel lost.
Right.
So I think that's the reason why a lot of us don't read the Bible. Or I started reading it now since finding I.U.I.C. But my first job was working in the library, and I never thought I should read the Bible because I didn't, I thought I knew enough from what the priest was saying, and I knew nothing.
All praises.
I love your show. Say thank you to General Bishop Nathaniel for creating something that's saving so many lives.
All praises. Shout out to the bishops, man. Shout out to the bishops.
That's right.
Bishop Nathaniel, big ups to the bishops. The general, she said the general, the bishop, he's the general. All praise to the Most High. All praises.
Keep up the great work, guys.
All praise. Thank you for tuning in to the show, sis.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hey, everybody else, you can call in 407-494-5479, or you can leave a super chat, leave a nice donation, and we appreciate you for that as well. Lil Mike said, thank you for allowing the Most High to use you men to do this heavy job waking up our people. Hey, what Sister Lizette said, Officer Lahat. I can't read Spanish. All praises to the Father. Hey, so finish that video. Oh no, you was finna read the script. My bad. Go ahead.
Read that, and then we go back to the video. Read that right quick.
Yes, sir.
13.
Romans 13 and 3.
3 and 4.
For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
And the reason I wanted to bring this out, because he's saying who we gonna turn to? We can't call the police. Why do the police have to police our neighborhoods? Go ahead.
Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good.
Do what?
Do that which is good.
Because the commandments are not taught in our churches. Go ahead.
And thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God.
He's what?
He is the minister of God.
So when we complain about these police in our neighborhoods, God appointed them.
Right.
Go ahead.
To thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Be afraid.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
All right. So that's what they need to be teaching in the churches. And the parents need to be teaching their children. Yep. Go ahead, Cap.
All praise. Hey, finish that video.
16 of them in leadership positions. In a special meeting tonight, Council will discuss what actions to take, including an audit of internal affairs and equity, among other measures, to hold the police department accountable.
My hope is not just that we change the culture in the police department, but again, that we change the culture in the community.
So she wants to change the culture in the community. Guess what? It ain't happening. It ain't happening as long as we in the land of our captivity. That's what y'all got to understand. Go ahead.
Cap, you know when she says that, she talking about voting, right?
Right, and 100%.
Because yesterday I heard it. And I cringed. Brother, it sounded good. The spirit of unity, they with us. And then I heard vote.
We got the voting booths over here. Yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, how many times?
Every time. Hey, was you with us in Tampa? You was with us in Tampa when we did the Lakeland? When we did the, was you there? It was the same thing when we went to Lakeland with the pastor. They all rallies and protests lead to is trying to get people to vote. Every single time. Somebody call in and tell me if I'm wrong. If you used to be a freedom fighter or used to be in the streets protesting, let me know if I'm wrong. But every time they get together, at some point, the pastor or the city commissioner, we got to come together and we got to get people to vote. We got the people over there to get y'all registered to vote. We going to take back the city council and then we going to do.
Damn fool.
No, that's not the answer. I hate to break it to y'all. That ain't the answer, y'all. They ain't got the answers, Sway. They ain't got the answers. Go ahead.
Can I get a script real quick, Cap? Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 10, because our people looking for solutions everywhere but in the Bible, like we bring out.
There you go.
So we're going to give y'all a solution. Like the sister just called in, she said she don't know where to start. So we're going to show you where to start. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 10. When wisdom entereth into thine heart.
When these commandments, when the understanding of this Bible enters into your mind, read.
And knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul.
And you love keeping the commandments and hearing and understanding how to do so, read.
Discretion shall preserve thee.
The discretion of this Bible will preserve thee. You ain't gonna have to keep wondering, why don't the other nations love us? Why can't we just vote this thing away? Read.
Understanding shall keep thee. To deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
To do what?
To deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
So you want to know how to get deliverance from the way of the evil men? Men that coach football teams full of black athletes, but then ride down the street and say, hey, y'all need to come out here and go hunting in Atlanta.
Right.
To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, read.
From the man that speaketh froward things.
You got to be keeping the commandments. That's your deliverance right there. That's your salvation right there. You got to get the understanding of this Bible, who you are in it. Start keeping the commandments and faith in Christ. It's that simple.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.